Perfect, thank you. So hello everyone, welcome and thank you for joining us. Today we will do a deep dive on QAiry, the generative AI marketing cloud segmentation tool, which enables marketers to intuitively segment their audience through natural language requests. A quick introduction. My name is Zuzana. I am a Salesforce Marketing Cloud architect at Deloitte Digital. I am also a Salesforce MVP and the creator of AmpScript.io and DataViews.io, the two online apps designed to help Salesforce Marketing Cloud's users and developers. And our guest today is Clément, the CEO of QAiry. Clément, thank you for joining us today and for demoing QAiry for us. As usual, today's session will be recorded and shared on the Trailblazer Community Group's website and on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/@Salesforce Marketer Group. At the end of the session, there will be an opportunity to engage with Clément and ask questions about the QAiry platform. So feel free to post your questions inside the chat or ask them directly during the Q&A. And lastly, don't forget to sign up for our upcoming meetings. We will have a short summer break in July and August, and we will resume regular meetings in September with a Dreamforce watch party. Traditionally, we have some Trailblazer hoodies and Salesforce certification vouchers and other swag to give away. So follow the link and fill in the form to take part in the lottery. I'll post the lottery link in the chat later as well. Lottery winners will be announced at the end of the event, so stay tuned to see if you're one of the lucky winners. So now off to you, Clément, for the demo of QAiry.
Okay, thank you very much, Susan. So I'm going to share my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Perfect. So hi everyone, I'm Clément. I'm Salesforce Marketing Cloud architect and CEO of QAiry. Today, so we're going to do a quick overview on an introduction of the QAiry solution. So we're going to see all the features of QAiry, doing a hands-on lab, talk about security, and going through a QA session. So QAiry, we are ESV partner since 2022. And we launched the QAiry solution in end of January 2024. So what is QAiry? QAiry is a first AI for audience segmentation using generative AI to create your target audience and doing some analytics on your marketing campaigns. So we know the complexity of Salesforce Marketing Cloud on how to create your marketing audience and build up your audience and doing some analytics. So you have to, the most common thing is to create your data extension, then create your query activity and create your automation if you want to automate this process. This is a pretty long process, and we wanted to reduce the time of the segmentation creation and make it really simple. So that's why we came out with this idea to create a real conversational environment from a query platform integrated in Salesforce Marketing Cloud, where you will have to write your request in natural language, and we will generate your data extension for you. This solution is working from your data model, and also the data view in Salesforce Marketing Cloud. So we create your data extension. We also show the result in front of the app as well, with the total records and details on the records. You can also automate the data refresh with a recurrency on a daily basis, hourly, or yearly or monthly. The same thing that Automation Studio have in Salesforce Marketing Cloud. This is a scalable solution when you can sync your own data model in Salesforce Marketing Cloud and asking questions from there. To resume, this is a no-coding solution, AI-powered, and it's a Salesforce Marketing Cloud integration, very accessible for every type of users, if you are a developer or marketers. So the most important thing is to do hands-on lab right now, so that's what we're going to do. So I want to take more time on this right now. So here we are in QAiry app. As you can see, I've been to QAiry app by clicking on the app exchange here, and you can we arrive in the home page where you can request any question you want related to the data view or the data model, or using both to have a 360 view on your data. Here it's where you will find out all your requests you ask it. And here it says all your automated requests. So the third thing you have to do when you arrive in the QAiry solution is to sync your object, so your data model. So as you can see here, I've synchronized the data model. So where I have 6 data extension, invoice, payment, opt-in, product, and client, and orders. There's a group tab attached to all this data extension, which is MDD, which is data model group tag. You have to give a description because we don't know what table is used. Sometimes the name are really complicated, so you can give more details on each of these data extension when you start your setup. Example. So here, example, it's a table client. You can rename the table if you want with an alias name. You can give a description. And there is also a field name and description. You can. When it's synced, you can request question from here, from the home page directly. So we're going to request a question here directly in the data model environment. So we're going to send the MDD group tag and request a question. So you can request any question you want. So we're going to go like, I want all the clients who bought a product in the last 6 months and are opting email to true. So here we are creating the data extension. As you can see, we give a data extension name here, which is a client last 6 months opting true. And we create the SQL query, which is running in your Salesforce Marketing Cloud environment. As you can see here, you have a chat where you can interact with and asking new thing from there. And here it's loading. So as you can see, it can take up to 30 minutes because we know that a query activity in Salesforce Marketing Cloud, the timeout is 30 minutes. So here we have the total records that show up in front with a data extension that has been created where you have the field's name and the results. as you can see here, we give the field name that is for us the most relevant. But of course, you can edit it. If you want to add more information into a data extension, you can do it from the chat or from the manual edit. We're going to see this. So let's say you want to request a new thing from the chat and say, actually, I want, there must be, let's say, there must be between 20 and 40 years old. So here we're gonna recreate your SQL query for you and run it. I'm sorry, I've done a small mistake here, but it's good. We challenge the solution. So as you can see here, we summarize your request. So we see that your request is, I want all the clients who bought a project in the last 6 months are opt-in email and are between 20 and 40 years old. So keep on running. Okay, so now we have 142,000 records. So you can review the first SQL query from here. So we've done a select from orders, inner join clients, inner join opt-in. And in the where condition, we have the 6 months and the opt-in email to true, which is a Boolean field. And here you have the second query, where we added the client age condition between 20 and 40 years old. And we see the result is less than before. So if you want to edit your data extension you need for your marketing campaigns, you can do it directly from the manual edit. So in the manual edit, you can first edit the name of the data extension. So let's say we remove the timestamps. We're going to go back to data extension. So here the name changed to the data extension. So here we see we have all the fields that has been added to your data extension. So the client email, client age, last name, opt-in email, and first name. You can add a new field to your data extension. So let's say you want to add the zip code. And the country. So here you see it's empty, so you have to run it manually. We'll do that after. I want to show you first how to change. So here you see the field name, the source field name, and the rename of the field. So here we can change it to age and country. And we're going to run it manually. So there's the two parts. So there's a chat part where you request question and do you build up your segmentation. The manual edit where you can build up your data extension and change the name of the data extension, change the name of your fields, adding new fields, removing fields, and also adding primary key if you want. So here we see the result with date code and country. There's also the SQL part for developers who want to do an edit on this. So let's say you want to actually have 50 years old. So there's a validation with SFMC, and you can run it. Okay. So of course, the total records changing. So everything is in the same platform. You create your data extension, you have your SQL query, and you can also automate it, like Automation Studio. So you have to give a name on your automation. Set the start date for tomorrow, the time zone. We're going to take randomly. Up. And the repeat. So the recurrency, hourly, daily, weekdays, weekly, monthly, yearly. So we can do hourly. And, so now if I go back to the request, here you will see it's in blue, so it's automated. So every hour, the data extension will be refreshed with all the clients who bought the project in the last 6 months, and our opt-in email between 20 and 50, because we've done the change here. You can do an export of your data extension, so directly to your SFTP or your browser, only if it's less than 50,000 lines of data. You have also the possibility to change the writing mode of your data extension. So we know that in Salesforce Marketing Cloud, there are 3 different writing modes: overwrite, update, and append. The overwrite mode is completely overwrite your data extension. The update mode is updating your data extension if you have a primary key and also add new lines in your data extension. And the append is keep on adding your data into your data extension, but you should not have any primary keypoints. You can also clear the data or delete the full chain you've created. So when you delete the full chain, it's delete the data extension, the query activity, and also the automation. So we know this solution is a multi-user solution into your business unit. So sometimes you do not want to have your data extension updated or your query updated by someone else because it's in production and it's used for your marketing campaigns. So you can flag it directly from here in order to not be updated by someone else or even by you. So if you go here, you won't be able to make any edit from the chat or in SQL. So here we are in my request, where you will see all the requests that have been done by all the users in your business unit. So you will have the data extension name, the created date, and the person who created this request. Also, the summarize of your request will appear here. The total record that will be automatically updated, and the last run of your data extension. From here, you can open it, bookmark, or delete it. So it gives a full overview of all your requests you have. You can also like doing some research of your last data extension. You can delete it, move it to a folder, so you can create new folder from here, or move your data extension to a specific folders. Let's say it's for your campaign. So here we move to campaign folder. So we see that we automated the request earlier. You will be able to find it in my automation. where you will have detail on the name of your automation, the created date, the status, and the details on the schedule. And the last one, of course. Same, you can open it and make an edit on your automation from here. So right now, let's see how we can handle a question related to data view, and more specifically to complex request. So from the data view, as you know, you can have a view on all the logs in your Salesforce Marketing Cloud related to your marketing campaign, SMS, emails, and also you can have a view on automation, status, and journey activities. So from here, you can request question like if you want to have the total number of email sent this year, you can directly ask by using data view mode. We're going to do a test. By asking the total number of emails sent this year. And we're going to challenge it by asking to classify them. That email name. So same behavior in data view mode. We create in the chat and the data extension. While it's loading, I'm going to show you where you can find the data extension. So when you install the app, there is a folder created. It's called QAiry. And you will find out all your data extension from here that can be reused for your campaign. So here we see the result of the total number of emails sent this year, and we classify them by email name. This is a type of analytics you can do by requesting complex requests for analytics purpose. As you can see here, we have the job email name and the total email sent. So normally the SQL query give a count on the job IDs and a join between sent and job of your data views with condition on the date and a group by an email name. Of course, you can also join a data model and data view at the same time. If you want to do exclusion of clients with a specific segmentation and exclude them if they received an email this year or this week, so you can request it from here directly. Unfortunately, I won't be able to show you this because we are in a test environment. So let's get back to I have to share my screen on another browser. Okay. So let's talk about security. So for your information, everything is running in Salesforce Marketing Cloud. So we're actually creating your data extension in Salesforce Marketing Cloud, your query activity, your automation. So no data move out to external servers. We are using only the metadata to interact with the SFMC environment, and we're using API to create all the activities. I think we have shown everything from a query, so we can go through a QA session.
There was a few questions in the chat. So the first question was from Nitesh. Nitesh is asking how the chat AI chooses the source data extension, orders client opt-in. We have not given them prompt for source data extension. So I guess when you have like you're asking a question, you're saying to the chat that please give me data about this and that, how would it know which data extension to use?
Yeah, it's a good question. So as you, I'm going to share my screen on the other browser. You will see that at the beginning, when you install the app, you provide some information on your data extension. So here, I'm going to show you. So when you synchronize your object, you give the description of what they are inside your object. So, example, client, it's all client personal information. Project, you will find out all the project details. So this is a part of the setup you've done at the beginning in order to find where we will have to find the information, because we do not take the data, so we cannot check where we'll find the value for this information. So everything you have to be set up at the beginning when you install a query solution.
And I don't know, maybe I'm making up this scenario, but what would happen if you had like two similar fields in two data extensions, or if you asked for some data that's not easy to tie to any of the data extensions? Would the chat actually ask you for more details, or what would it do in that kind of situation?
So, first of all, the AI is getting smarter and smarter when you more you ask questions and more it's running. It's getting smarter. You can. We do not give an answer back if there is any error on your request. If we're not being able to find out the answer, we just like asking you to reformulate your question, the request. But the most relevant thing and answer will be in your what you will have in your data extension. So and the SQL. So we give you the SQL query to run in Salesforce Marketing Cloud. If we're not being able to find to create this SQL query, we'll asking you to reformulate your question. But if you have the same fields, same name fields into the same data extension, this is not possible. Into two different data extension, automatically when you set up in query, we'll do a suggestion on the description of if you already entered the description for one of these fields. So it could be similar. If not, you will just have to give it by yourself.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so there is a next question from Robin. Robin is asking, can you add a primary key while there is already data in a data extension? So you after the data extension has been created and filled with data, you want to add a primary key. Would that be possible, or would you have to like create a new data extension?
No, it's definitely possible. You can add a primary key into your data extension, but if you have already some data inside, it will erase all your data because you cannot add a primary key if you didn't have any primary key. Even if you have a primary key, adding another primary key will erase all your data and you have to run it manually. But this is definitely possible.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you. And now I think that's the last question from Alicia. What about data sent on different business units? How is this working with multiple business units? Let's say having a global data model on the parent business unit and then send outs happening on the child business units.
So yes, this solution working in all the different business units. Mainly, if you request, it's the same behavior as in Salesforce Marketing Cloud. You can query using data extension that are into your business unit and in shared data extension. So it's definitely possible to query the data extension which is into a shared data extension and shared between all different business units. I don't know if it's answer correctly to your question.
Alicia, do you have does that answer your question fully, or do you want to follow up? Maybe you can let us know in the chat. Meanwhile, we have one more question from Bartosz. I actually wanted to ask about that as well. So Bartosz is asking about relationships between data extensions. Do we need to have a client ID attribute in orders data extension for QAiry to know that client's data extension is related to orders data extension based on client ID? Or do we need to establish these connections first in Contact Builder?
No, there is no view on Contact Builder and into your current relation between data extension. This is mainly part of the setup we do at the beginning of the installation of Query. So we set your relation prior to start and using a Query solution.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you. Alicia confirmed that you have answered her question, so thank you for that. And Enrico, is the AI system capable of autonomously identifying the cardinality between the data extension, like if there is one-to-one or one-to-many relationship?
It's a good question. We do not set this type of relation, but you can request. It can be part of your request from the prompt, but we do not have a view on this. If it's one-to-one or one-to-many.
Mm-hmm. Okay, understood.
You can actually deduplicate if you want to deduplicate on things from your request.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, so that were all the questions from the chat. Can you tell us a little bit more, maybe about the you showed us the installation, but if someone was interested in I guess it's a paid solution, so I don't know if you want to talk about the pricing right now. Probably it's like more on individual for individually priced for each client, but is there like a free demo account or like a free demo installation that users can try before they purchase the solution?
Yeah, sure. Right now you can install the solution from the App Exchange directly, where you will have access to the data view only. In terms of pricing, we have different price according to the number of users and business unit. I can share this information here. So you have the first free plan for up to 5 users and 1 business unit with limited access actually on the data view and number of requests. You have the growth plan where you will have access to 1 business unit and up to 5 users with full access on your data sets and data view as well. And then the number of users increase with up to 10 users and 4 business units for your account with the same access and growth where you can request from your data set and your data view. And yeah.
Robin is asking how many requests per month is it limited to? So is it just for 1 month or?
Yeah, it's per month actually. You have access to, you have limited request to 50 requests per month in your data.
Okay, perfect. And for the paid versions, so it's basically so the limitation is on the number of users and on the number of business units, but there is no limit of number of requests or no limit on the, let's say, the number of records or the number of data extensions you are using, right?
Exactly, it's unlimited. Yeah, definitely.
Perfect. Okay, thank you for this. Are there any more questions from the participants? I guess not. So thank you for this. I really like the presentation, and I will definitely install this in my demo Marketing Cloud account to try it out because this is it's really exciting, and I love use cases like that for AI. So I cannot wait to try it myself. So Clément, thank you once again. And now I will quickly share my screen to announce the lottery winners. Can you see it? Yeah, okay. So congratulations to the lottery winners, Robin, David, Douglas, Kalim, Priyanka, and Harita. I will, sorry if I mispronounce some of the names. I will email each one of you separately tomorrow to let you know what you have won and how to claim your prize. And that's it for today. So once again, thank you, Clément. This is really exciting, and thank you to all meeting participants for joining us today, and see you next time.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Zana.
Thank you. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.